If you're watching this video, probably something good has happened. Kotlin and I were able to pull off some project straight to production, and I'm ready to share some details of a development process. I was thinking to work with Kotlin Multiplatform framework for quite a long time, but I didn't have an idea. I wanted it to be small, just to prove a concept. At the same time, I wanted it to be complete. And 1 week ago, I was doom scrolling my X feed, and I saw one post made by the author of the Tailwind framework with the site, the off concept that we all know about, just to entertaining way to promote your language or the framework. There are a bunch of them. And I thought, that's it. I want to build the same in Kotlin. What's the key difference? I want to use a single code base and create web application, Android application, iOS application, desktop, Mac and Windows application, and command line tools to be exposed on Homebrew. You might say, Grandpa, take your pills. It's 2026. We have LLMs to make apps. And you would be right, to a certain point. LLMs are great. But one thing, when you make a prompt, cursor, create an Instagram copy so I can make millions, and to be honest, I don't think it's going to fly. Another thing is when you're knowledgeable and you know what to build, how to build, and you guide the LLM with nice prompts. Believe me, it's a different feeling and it's a different level of efficiency. Also, we're going to implement the project following standards like trunk-based development, CI/CD, automated deployments, test and production environments, different tracks for mobile apps promotions, static code analysis. These skills will lead you to high-paying jobs. And not to get you bored, I will try to make sessions short, like up to 15 minutes. Yeah, you get me right. Every 15 minutes, we're gonna deploy something new to production. Not bad for a grandpa, yeah? Okay, let's talk in more coding. First, we will create the repo. Lovely Kotlin. I put use on the second place because I find JUFK better acronym than JF. I can't spell it. Okay, open source license, create repo. There is nothing to hide, completely public. Let's make it bigger and let's go git clone to folder with concise name. I'm gonna use Android Studio. Feel free to use anything else. It's up to your taste. All of them are great. I like Android Studio because it offers nice template and because I can do almost everything there. What do we want? We want everything. We want Android, iOS, we want Share UI, we want desktop, we want web. You see, it takes a little bit more time. It would be actually a nice challenge for Kotlin, as I'm not using a powerful machine. This is just a basic MacBook Air of 6-year-old, no fancy hardware involved. Okay, Kotlin is being built by Gradle. Gradle is a powerful tool. We will learn its possibilities with more sessions. Today we will just update the dependencies to the latest one, and Gradle itself, I think today 2.9.2.1 is the latest one. Great. Now we can synchronize. The first thing to deployment can go the web target. We're gonna use Cloudflare. I can show you how fast and easy we can do with such a powerful framework. Compose Multiplatform and Kotlin Multiplatform offers a lot of applications out of the box with this template, but web targets are JavaScript and BASM. One is the traditional JavaScript. It's interoperable with standard JavaScript packages, and it's easier for development simple sites. The BASM, it's claimed to be very performant and close to native. So like if you have a complex application, audio, video, animations, gaming, use this one. We can use both. The result would be the same for our application, but just for fun, I would use WASM. Let's run and check out what template generated for us. Oh, it was quite fast. Yeah, nice animation. This is something that we're going to deploy to production as a first iteration, and then we're going to adapt the UI. Let's create the new branch. Skeleton. First, let's commit everything that was generated by the template. Create commit template. Commit. Now let's create the GitHub action that will deploy our application automatically. Workflows, yes, and the file web build and deploy YAML. Yes, please add name, deploy to web. Deploy web. That's it. We want it to be automated, so which means that there should be some trigger. The trigger would be every push to main branch. Also, we want for testing sometimes to trigger it manually. That's why we need to add workflow dispatch. And now the actual pipeline, it's going to run on, what do we have? Ubuntu latest, something like this. Yeah. And what are the steps? And do we have any AI helping us? No, then we need to come up with ourselves. Check out code. Then we would need setup Java. Then we would need build WASM distribution, and then we would need deploy to Cloudflare. Yep, cool. Nice help. Nice help. Yeah, but I think it's 4. With Java 17 and distribution. I don't remember. I think it's something Tamarind. To build the distribution, we need to run the Gradle command. Which one? We will find out ourselves. There is always a way. We will run tasks. Let's see. Verification, Node.js, no, browser. Yeah, this is our task. Maybe even let's run it here just to make sure that we are correct. I don't want to recreate the pipeline 15 times. Cool. Yeah. So now deploy to Cloudflare. Let's Google GitHub Actions. We can see GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions. This is our piece of code. to use. Going back. Cool. We don't want to connect. Okay, dokie. Now we need to fill in some gaps. The easiest one is the directory. We just build it locally, so we can find out it ourselves. Build, distribution, production executable. This is the folder that contains our static application. Copy path from project root and replace from project root, copy path. Now project name. Let's create a project. There is a command line tool, called Runler. That's for Cloudflare. And pages, project, create, JUFK, production. Let's deploy straight to production. Yeah, we want it to be deployed from the main branch. Cool. We create it, so we can fill it in. Now we need account ID and API token. Probably we can do it with the command line. I'm not aware, and maybe it will take some time to find out. So let's do it from the web. Let's go to Cloudflare. And if we go to workers and pages, yeah, you can see we immediately have our production application. This is the account ID, I believe. Yeah, go here. I did wrong. Secret set account ID bounce. And this is it. Let's go. Cool. Now we need the token. Let's generate the token. Profile, API tokens. Now we don't need the user one, we need the account one. For CI/CD, it's better for account ones. It's stuck. Okay. Create custom GitHub deploy, and we need for account pages, Cloudflare Pages, edit. Go to summary. Now I'm going to switch to a camera mode because I don't want to expose the access token. Just security measure. Now I'm copying the access token to clipboard, and now we can go back. Paste in it. Yeah, and we are here. Let's double check. Yeah. Looks, check out, build, and deploy. Great. Create, deploy, web workflow to deploy. Cool. That's it. Now we just need to make it available in production. Pull requests, create, just double check. This is the commit that was generated by the Android Studio template, not something interesting. This is the commit where we created the pipeline. It will be triggered once we merge the pull request. Let's do it. I like squash and merge to keep my Git history clean and linear. And deploy web was triggered automatically. It will take some time. There are some improvements that we can make in order to make it work, and I will share how to do it later. Right now we have 5 minutes. Let's see what's happening here, and maybe we can do something useful. Oh, first thing, we didn't protect our trunk branch. That's, I would say, very important. Let's go. Branch rule set. What is this? Oh, something new. I don't know. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Let's go traditional way. Main. Yes, I want pull request. No, I don't want approvals. I'm the only developer. Yes, I want everything to be run. Yes, I want the branch to be up to date. Yes, I want the linear history. And that's it. And I also like to have only squash merging. Then our Git history of a trunk branch would be always clean, nice, linear, and checked by the CI gates. So we're running, that's great. There were a few shortcuts that I did, and I would like to talk about them while pipeline is running. The first shortcut, probably that I merged my pull request too fast. Never do it. First, we need to validate that the feature that we are developing is a good quality, and I might made some mistake here. You saw I did it I typed it in a manual way. There is a big risk that I did some typo. So it would be nice to check that it works nicely before we actually merge. One of the tricks how to do it is first add another trigger and add your branch, feature branch. So now when you push this pipeline to the remote, GitHub would automatically trigger the pipeline before we even merge. One thing to mention, there is security policy, and it's really great policy by GitHub. So if you trigger in the pipeline from a forked branch with the open pull request, this pipeline will not have access to the secrets, because some bad boys can actually extract these secrets from pipelines. That's why when you go in to test it, do not create pull request, because we want to deploy to Cloudflare. This is point number one. Point number two is actually Cloudflare. Let's go there. Do you remember that when we created the project, we mentioned the production branch, and we mentioned to be main. So when we are going to deploy something from non-main branch, it will be considered as a preview deployment, not a production deployment. And the difference that preview deployments will not be exposed through the static links. For example, for this one, where is it? The Cloudflare domain would be this, and only production deployments will end up here. When we're going to have a preview deployment, it will generate some temporary link, and you will be always accessible to that deployments as well. So, but what about this one? We don't want our application here. We want our application on our lovely domain. So this is what we need to set up. So we have autocomplete. Great. Continue. Activate. That's just it. I believe we are ready. So once this deployment will be finished, and I think it's about to be finished, then we will be able to see our application in production. There were few small things that I did before the recording. That's actually to create the account, and while I was creating it, it actually matter of clicking a button like create a domain. it was asked me to update the DNS name servers at your register, and I bought the domain in Squarespace, and this is what I added. That's it. The process is just time consuming, so that's why I didn't want to make it as a part of this video. Let's go to our pipeline. Oh. Yeah, it runs. It takes a bit of time. And probably the next session, we will make it faster. Close to 2-3 minutes. We will make it faster 2 more times. But now it's about to be finished. Let's see. Uploading, success. Beautiful. That's it. Now deployment complete. It's green. Magic. Let's double check where we are. Just use our site is deployed. We are in production and our domain. Congrats. Let's see how our Git history look like. Beautiful. And here we are with my very first recording. How was it? I'm looking for your feedback, especially the critical stuff. That's what helps me get better. But if you liked something, don't hesitate to say that too. You might ask, who is this for? Beginners, pros, mobile, web? Honestly, in 2026, I think pure technical skills are becoming secondary. It's all about attitude now. You can do it, and you can do it right now. That's the mindset I want to build here. Even if you're an expert in the area, I'm going to show you all the building blocks to make it happen. Why am I doing this? Who knows, maybe it's just a midlife crisis or the reaction to FOMO. It's an inner call, and when I get the one, first I do and then I think. Let's move to the second video, or just straight to third.